Dan, he said, give us your football.
All right, Homeo D, you're on.
Dan, I remember you looked at me like that in 6th grade.
Jeff,
I broke your pencil.
the Kent Killers have woken up every night over the past year in a cold sweat. And you know what their nightmare was that woke them up?
What, Dan?
It's me catching the winning touchdown pass in the end zone from last year.
Oh, yeah. It was love, Dan. Got anything else to say, Dan?
Not at this moment, not until after I hear Goodman's comments.
Okay.
We personally think you guys, last year's game was a fluke. We gave the game to you. We really got out to that early lead and we thought, this is no fun. We backed off. We said if we want this tradition of Turkey Bowl to stay alive, we need to let them win one game for a little confidence. Now that you guys are all high and mighty, we're gonna come back and kick your ass this year. End of story.
I noticed all you guys got these jerseys on, white jerseys. You guys look like a bunch of pretty boys. Not only that, you play like a bunch of pretty boys. At the end of the game, the only thing you guys are gonna see on them jerseys is mud and blood.
That's an ankle, what's done?
You'll find out when I'm running right by you is what you'll find out.
Okay, Rick, you need to give me your game face, man.
There's a game face.
You can tell Rick's rehearsed this for months.
Okay, Rick, you're on.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you guys after today's game. You guys are going to go down so hard, you guys won't know how to win again. You guys will forget that winning feeling.
Is that all you got right now?
It's going to be a good day for the Keg Killers.
All right, man. Okay, Ricky Love, take over. What is up, everybody? It is August 2023, and this is our official Burg Fantasy League Keepers Reveal show. So right now, I want to explain a little bit about this Burg Fantasy League. This is the 26th season of the Burg Fantasy League. We have our friends and family from all over the place come into Barncade here, and we have a big fantasy football party. So let's see who's out there in chat. We got Jake and we got Ricky Love so far, and I don't know who else is watching, but this is a special broadcast. And without further delay, we're going to get right into the keepers. Now, our league is an auction-style keeper league, so you're allowed to keep 3 players up to $80. Each team is allowed to have $200 in salary. So here is the first team, and we did this by power rankings. It wasn't a finish to the season last year. Power rankings actually helps us determine order of stuff for the following year. So without further delay, our number 1 power ranking team was Bob Hedges. So let's see who he kept here. Let's check it out. So Bob Hedges, Team Deadwood, no surprise here. He has kept Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills at $23. Here's a little surprise here. He kept Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys at running back for $16, which is really cool because Ezekiel Elliott has left the building in Dallas. So this is a really good thing for Bob to have Tony Pollard stay there. And also, no surprise, Stephon Diggs at $25. One thing that we do every year with this fantasy league and the keeper thing is we do a $5 inflation rate. It helps out with the keepers so that you don't always get to keep everybody. So, you know what? I want to call out some people in chat. Bob Jr. is all the way from California here. Let's give Bob Jr. a shout out. Oh, baby. Bob Jr. is serving our military, and we are very proud of him. So, Bob Jr., this one is for you. This drink is for you. All right, so let's get right into the next team. So, our second team here for the Keeper Reveal program. He actually finished second in the power rankings, but he did not pull off any champion. It is Mark Goodman. Mark Goodman, let's take a look at who he kept here. Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles at $27. He's got Alexander Madison. That's actually a little surprise. So Alexander Madison at $6 for the Minnesota Vikings. Now that their running back has moved on to the Jets, Alexander Madison should be a good keeper for Mark. Pat Freiermuth at tight end. It's another little surprise. Mark usually doesn't keep tight ends on his team. Something else I want to share with you guys is, so if you notice Mark's name for all these years, his team has been called 24-ounce bone-in. So he changed his name today. It's called Team Chaos. Now Mark is now Team Chaos, and yes, he is a manimal. So the manimal Mark has changed his team name to Team Chaos. So what do you think about Team Chaos? Jake, what do you think about Team Chaos? I don't know. I think we talked about it, but he officially signed it. It's in ink. He is now Team Chaos. So we are recording this broadcast, and hopefully we'll get to play it back. Buckeye Bob, I think, is in chat. Yeah, Buckeye Bob, you are second to last, so hang tight. So I'm going to take a little drink to cheers to Buckeye Bob out there. He will be flying in to Barncade for the big fantasy party. Hold on. All right, so here we go. So our next team is in the third power ranking spot is, let's take a look. It's Jake. So Heavy Metal Jake from the Manimals. So Jake, no surprise, has kept Justin Herbert for the Los Angeles Chargers at $16. He has kept A.J. Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles at $21. And Jake's coming into this draft with a keeper total of $37. And his remaining salary for this year's draft is $163. So he's coming in with some cash. And yeah, Jake is back, baby. Let me do a little echo on that. Jake is back, baby. So, like I said, Jake has had Herbert for a couple years. I think he's A.J. Brown got hurt. Devontae Smith, the number one receiver, says Buckeye Bob. Yeah, so I got to tell you, I think that that's a pretty good lineup so far. So, okay, without further delay, let's take a look at the next team, and that is Home Yoke D. Who did Home Yoke D keep? Home Yoke D kept Joe Burrow, Joey B, Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions, and Jamar Chase for the Bengals. I knew he was going to keep Joey B and Jamar Chase. Home Yoke D is the ultimate Bengals fan. However, Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's actually a good keeper. So Dan's total right now is sitting at $58, and he's got $142 to play with. A lot of people think that Mark Goodman is the disruptor. I actually think Home Yoke D is the disruptor. He is a fellow Cobra Kai. I think Home Yoke D is always a wild card at draft day. You just don't know who he's going to bid on. You don't know he's going to bid you up. He might just pass. But Home Yoke D, he is my disruptor. Yeah, Buckeye Bob, I agree. St. Brown is a good choice. So let's move on to the fifth power ranking team, and that is Shepdog. So who did Shepdog keep? Any questions? Who he might have kept here? Shepdog has kept, no doubt about it, Patrick Mahomes. He's really heavy at $45. But you'd never get Patrick Mahomes back for that kind of money. So I still think Patrick Mahomes is a good deal for Shepdog. Christian Kirk, that's a little surprise, but he does have him for $6. Christian Kirk is on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Jalen Waddle for the Miami Dolphins at $23. The question in chat, everyone, do you think that Shepdog would have got Jalen Waddle back cheaper or more expensive? Is Waddle hurt? Buckeye Bob says Jalen Waddle's hurt. Is that correct? I haven't checked the report. I have not checked that report. So now that we've got 5 teams out of the way, I'm going to take a drink take. Some of you people out there might be saying, what are you drinking tonight, Jeff, on a Saturday? I am drinking the ever so wonderful Blitz beer. So if you've ever had Blitz beer, that's a good beer to drink. So I think Bob's just in chat. I think Bob's just kind of pulling people's chain. And, yeah. So let's take a look at our 6th team here. The 6th team in the power ranking is Ricky Love. So who did Ricky Love keep? Ricky Love, he is 4 boys. Jared Goff for the Detroit Lions at $11. Nick Chubb, he loves that Nick Chubb, at $27. And T. Higgins for the Cincinnati Bengals at $26. So right now, I think Ricky Love had some question marks coming into this keeper period. He had the Indianapolis Colts running back who's causing all kinds of chaos in Indy. I don't even know if he's going to play this year. But Ricky Love he had to make some executive decisions. So that's what I had to say. Ricky Love, pink shirt alert. Let me put an echo on that one. Ricky Love, pink shirt alert. I want you to take a look at these. Hold on. Take a look at these real quick. Take a look at Rick's data sheet here. Ricky Love's got $64 in salary that the keepers combined to. He's got $136 to play with in this Saturday's draft or next Saturday's draft. But take a look at that. Take a look at that number on the bottom. 0 championships. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Ricky Love. Yes, Ricky Love has signed a contract. He is now with the Wolfpack with Buckeye Bob and Jimmy Lenz. J-Bone, Goff, really. Ricky Love, it's a stretch. Ricky Love chose Jared Goff as his starter. Oh, man. I'm going to have to take a drink take on that Jared Goff pick. I don't know, Jake. I like Jared Goff. I think he's okay. I'm going to take a drink. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And so now let's cut to our next player. And, you know, I want to take this down a notch. This next player is officially on a performance. He has a performance issue. Yep. Andrew Yoakum will not be at this draft, and that, I'm telling you, when I found out why he's skipping us out, he's definitely on a PIP. You're on a PIP for the Manimals, I heard. Andrew will not be at the draft. So let's see who he kept. Let's take a look. So Andrew Yoakum, the GOAT, has kept Russell Wilson for $6. I wouldn't even have kept him for $1. Travis Etienne, that's a good keeper, but at $29, is $29 a real value? I don't know. Let's see. Also, Justin Jefferson at $35. Yes, Jake says Andrew's on a PIP. Let's put that echo on. He's on a PIP. So, but the good news is Andrew won a championship last year. He got hot at the end. His team caught fire at the very end. He was actually lucky to make the playoffs, but he did win his second fantasy championship. Nobody that, I tell you, he won a championship, but that he's not showing up at the draft. So you be the judge. You be the judge in comments. What kind of penalty should Andrew get for missing this year's draft? I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to take a drink on that one. And as I said, I am drinking Blitz beer. It's the greatest beer of all time. Here we go. Or really, is this pretty exciting what's going on in this fantasy season. Bob's keepers are shocking this year. We'll have to see. Bob's coming up. Okay, the next up is me. Next up is this one is Hollywood's team. Let's see. No surprise. Everyone knows my keepers. Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars at quarterback. That's $17 for Trevor Lawrence. I thought that was a good value pick or a value keeper. He had a great end of the year. Derrick Henry, $49. The question is, everybody thinks Derrick had a diminishing skill set. Not so fast. Derrick still was the number one running back last year. And at $49, I'd never get him back for that. So I think he's a phenomenal player. And Garrett Wilson for the New York Jets. Now that Aaron Rodgers is throwing to Garrett Wilson, the ex-Buckeye, I am loving having Garrett Wilson on Arcade Hollywood's team, on Team Hollywood. Team Hollywood's going to repeat. Everyone knows it. Everybody knows. So one thing I will say about my roster is I have $79 total. I have $121, which is probably the least amount of money coming into this year's draft, but I have 3 solid starters. So I've already got my starting quarterback, my starting running back, and my starting wide receiver, which is absolutely sensational. Bob Miracle says that Derrick Henry will take a step down this year. I don't think so, Bob. He's only going to take not only is he going to take a step up, there's no doubt. I don't even know why people are going to even play this year. Hollywood's going to take it. Next championship, 6. I got 5. So I'm looking for my 6th. So Bob Jr. says tonight his drink is sadly just water. And that's okay. Wait a second. No, wait a minute. No draft strategy allowed here. Jake says that I will be drafting Travis Kelce for $50. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on who's coming to get him. Let's see what you've got. Somebody said Mark's going to be the disruptor this year, but I don't know about that. So who's up next? I think somebody in chat is up next, and it's Buckeye Bob. Look at this. Check out this. Buckeye Bob went with all pass catchers. Devontae Smith for the Philadelphia Eagles at $13. DJ Moore, he got traded from the Panthers to the Bears, and he is at $15 for Buckeye Bob. Mark Andrews is at $25 for Buckeye Bob. He actually kept Mark Andrews last year. So, Bob's got it. His keeper total with 3 players is $53. His remaining salary is $147, and I think Bob is coming into the draft to make an impact. However, look at that number at the very bottom. He shares that number with 2 other people, Ricky Love and J-Bone, at 0 championships. Okay, Buckeye Bob. Buckeye Bob, let everyone know in chat what time your flight comes in so you can party like a rock star. Okay, let's go to, so like I said, on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, 2 pink shirts for Buckeye Bob. This Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will do the draft position show, and that actually will be, we do a draw based on power rankings, and then we do a draw to see who gets the draft position. And actually last year for the draft and all the other years, it's a very big strategy on who you throw out first in the draft is a big deal. So you can actually throw out a dummy player that you don't want to bid on, or you can throw out a player that's going to pull a lot of money out of other teams. So last year, at least in our league, the salaries went fast and furious. Zach Oler is in. My nephew Zach is in chat. Zach, take a drink, bro. You did, Zach. You missed a lot of stuff. You missed, we did the keeper reveal for pretty much everybody. The last person on this is, the last person on tonight's broadcast is J-Bone. J-Bone will be bringing a special food item for this year's fantasy. But let's see who he kept. J-Bone kept Aaron Rodgers at $53. And he also kept Cooper Kupp at $20. So Jimmy is coming in salary heavy with 2 players. So that's $73 for flat out for 2 players. So is Jimmy doing the right thing, everybody? I don't know. I'm not sure. Is Jimmy making the right decision keeping Aaron Rodgers for the Jets? Is Jimmy keeping Cooper Kupp? Is that a good thing? I think so. I think J-Bone, but everybody take a look. That zero championships. That's not good. So, not good. Anyway, so everybody, that's the keepers for the 2023 fantasy football season for the Burg Fantasy League. We are going to do our draft next Saturday, and we do a lot of fun stuff for our draft, and we're very excited. It's our 26th season in the fantasy ranks. And real quick, let's go do a quick review. Let's do a quick review. Bob's keepers. So Bob had like $64 in total salary in his keepers and $136. Jake says Jeff ranked the best keepers. Ooh, good question, Jake. So let's review. So Bob's got Josh Allen, Tony Pollard, Stephon Diggs. Everybody in chat, let's take a look at the teams real quick. So here's Mark's keepers once again as we will review. Jalen Hurts at 27, Alexander Madison, and Pat Freiermuth. Those are some pretty good keepers, and Mark's coming in with a lot of salary. And like I said, everybody, he changed his name to Team Chaos. So let's see. One little review. Jake, the Jakester, kept Justin Herbert and A.J. Brown. Jake's sitting at $37 total salary, coming in at $163 with the draft. And he's got 4 championships. At the end of the review, I will actually rate my best keepers. I think the team that had the best keepers, I will give you that list. Homeo D, pretty solid keepers here. And he's coming in at $58 salary, 142 left, so he's going to cause some trouble in the draft. 3 superstars at each starting position, I think. Number 1, Joe Burrow. Amon St. Brown's outstanding. Jamar Chase, excellent. So Dan's keepers are top-notch. Shep Dogs, no doubt. Patrick Mahomes is always really good. Christian Kirk, I'm not sure about that one. Jalen Waddle, it depends if Tyreek Hill doesn't get suspended on that deal so that Jalen Waddle and him can counter each other. I don't know. Shep Dogs, questionable. Okay, Ricky Love. What do I think of Ricky Love? Ricky Love is, man, he's in trouble. Ricky Love's in big trouble. Oh, he's coming in hot with $64 of salary. Nick Chubb, probably his best player. T. Higgins is great. I don't know about Jared Goff, though. He does have him for $11. Andrew Yoakum, he's on a pip. Andrew is on a pip. So his keepers, interesting. Russell Wilson, Travis Etienne, and Justin Jefferson is his best player. Travis Etienne had a great season last year. I think he's going to grow on that one. Let's take a look at my team once again. So I'm sitting with Trevor Lawrence, Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson. Solid. Buckeye Bob sitting here with, as I said, Devontae Smith, solid player at that price. DJ Moore, it's going to be interesting how DJ Moore does with Justin Fields there in Chicago. Mark Andrews is always really good. Was Andrew drunk? Huh? He might have been. Here's an interesting team. J-Bone. $53 and $20. He's sitting at $73. Do you guys think out there Jimmy made a mistake? Do you think he should have kept Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. Do you think he would have got him back cheaper or more? Do you think it would have cost more? Jimmy, we'll have to see what happens with J-Bone. So like I said, here's my top 3 teams with keepers. We'll go 3 to 1. My number 3, my third ranked team is probably Goodman's team. I think Goodman, solid like performance on his keepers based on his salary. Number 2, Homyoke D. Great players. Number 1, let's do the drum roll. Who's the best? Who's the best? Is Hollywood. Hollywood's keepers are the best. He's going to win it all, man. My team is the best. Yeah, Jimmy should have kept the defense. I think Green Bay defense should have been the one he kept. So like I said, everybody, I wanted to thank you for watching. We actually, this was a little short stream. The stream on Wednesday will be a longer one. No Homyoke D. Is he not out here tonight? No, probably not. We don't have that many people watching live, but they can watch the rebroadcast of our Keepers Reveal. So, all right, everybody, I want to wish you the best. I will see everybody that's coming to Fantasy. I will see you Friday morning and some of you Thursday night. Mike Blades, Jimmy will be here Thursday. We're going to have Ron's Pizza. We're going to have Subbies. We're going to have a Hamburger Wagon. And we're also going to have a special treat that Jimmy's bringing, a special food item. So stay tuned for the next episode of the Burg Fantasy League, and have a great evening.